I need to ask you this, Jasmine.
What?
Have you figured out why girls are more comfortable with their guys sitting on the couch watching TV, but not comfortable with him doing the exact same thing for the exact same amount of time, but with a controller in his hands? You figured that out at all?
No.
That is a massive, massive thing. Somebody from chat, anybody, have you dealt with this?
Well, as a guy, like, have you dealt with a girl being upset because you're playing video games?
Yes, even, but if you were watching TV, she would not say anything. I don't understand why that's a thing.
Do you want to know what
and
I
it's
think
still
it is?
a thing.
I think this is what it is.
There are girls on podcasts right now trying to defend that.
Yeah, no, listen.
Go ahead, what?
This is just from a girl's perspective. I think it's because they really don't understand it. Like,
Yeah.
they really, really, really don't get it. And it's that thought that, like, stigma or this bad thing, like the guys on the computer and the internet can do, you know, way more than, like, what your TV can. And they don't know what they're doing or who they're talking to.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it might be a jealousy thing. Like, they
I
just
think so, too.
feel weird about them hanging out with people online and they're not doing anything at home. You know, like...
I just don't think girls understand. Like, I'm not saying, like, girls, okay, I shouldn't... Because there's a lot of girls that play video games. There really are. But it's the stereotype that majority of girls don't. It's just, it's just not that dominated by
Damn,
girls.
Viking, get me some.
But, like, I just don't think when, like, a lot of girls understand games. And I think there isn't, and I'm going to be honest, just from a girl that I've dated guys, like, before I started playing games, I never cared. But I never had a guy besides you. You're the only guy that has ever, like, actually done this. Played games that you knew I would enjoy to kind of enter me into the gaming world.
You're...
Like, you got me on Sea of Thieves
Tricked
and,
your
like, all
ass.
this stuff. It's not even, like, tricking, but, like, you really love something. You like games. You find enjoyment with it. It's a hobby of yours. And you found a way to make that hobby fun for me and to understand it. You know? Like, I played games, so I had a little bit more understanding, but I never played games like this. If you automatically wanted me to play this game,
that would have been a nightmare.
Or play League of Legends or all these things, I'd be like, no. And then, but you found a way to, like, share it with me to understand it.
I tricked her into it, guys. I got a Switch and everything.
Like, I played games, but I played things like, you know.
It's a 10-step program. I'll be releasing my book later, guys.
PlayStation 2 games. Like, I grew up playing, like, Kingdom Hearts and Sly Cooper and all the Nintendo games like Zelda. You know, like, things like that. And I played, like, a little bit of, like, I played Halo with my brothers. And, you know, like, I played games, but I never really played anything like this. And I never really played PC games besides, like, you know, like Sims Life Stories or Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff like that.
But, yeah, I'll be releasing a book. It's going to be called Make Your Girlfriend Love Video Games. And it's a 10-step process.
I don't even think, like, necessarily just on video games. Like, I think it's really important to, like, if you want to share something, find a way that you could match it to something they might enjoy.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great way to introduce a hobby to somebody that you may not think that you'd like it. Kind of like what you did with me with D&D.
Oh yeah, it was really hard to get Jasmine to do
I didn't think I would
D&D.
like Dungeons and Dragons at all, and then Seth was just like, listen to this podcast, but it was like a podcast about something, like a situation that I would find interesting. Or like when we were just walking, you kind of just like got me into a story and had me start playing it. It's just, you knew how to like make it fun for me and got me like addicted to it that way. And I don't think a lot of guys do that. Like, it definitely goes both ways.
Yeah, I think if you want to share your interests with somebody, it can be a daunting task. But if you really want to do it, you can whittle them down, and then you just have to know how to properly use that chance when they're finally broken and willing to try it. Don't squander it.
No.
You got to do it right.
And I think it's like a lot of these girls have this mindset of like, this is he'd rather do that or talk to those people over me
than me.
Like, why does he go and talk to all those people, like his friends every night? I don't think that way, but I'm just saying, like, I think majority of the girls do. So I think introducing it where she can feel involved, she might just feel like comfortable where you did it 1 or 2 times, and she's like, this was fun, and now she understands it, and now it doesn't bother her anymore.
Yeah, the reason I brought it up, the girl on the podcast, and the reason why it's heavy on my mind was describing it as it's laziness when you play video games. And I'm just listening to her say this, like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because she said, I would rather him sit there and watch TV than play video games, because video games are laziness. I was like, what?
Video games are not. Video games actually have taught me so much.
So I've been trying to figure it out, and I think you hit the nail on the head. I think there's something that it's some type of jealousy, and I don't think it's the normal type of jealousy that you think of in a relationship where it's like she thinks he's cheating. I think it's that she's envious that he's spending time with people and not her. I think that's what it is, honestly.
I think, and then it makes her like think like, what did I do, or like, why doesn't he want to hang out with me? Why would he rather do that? And not really seeing it necessarily as like a hobby, you know? Like, and a lot of girls don't understand that. They really don't.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to like introduce it to someone, even if it's a friend or anything. Like, think about things that they enjoy. Like, let's say your girlfriend really loves horror, like movies and stuff. Maybe show her a fun like horror game, or like the story, like the Quarry. It has a lot of like famous actors in it.
Yeah, something
like,
that's like low, low. It's called low APM, guys. So, and that's what I did with Jasmine. I got her on Sea of Thieves because I thought it was going to be easy. It's a generally a low APM game. I did not realize that when you get higher up, it is like very like there's a lot of little bugs you're abusing.
It got really fun though.
But yeah, no, it was pretty good. I think that was a good starter because it was also something we could do together.
Yeah.
And it felt like we were depending on one another, right? Like we're sailing this boat around to collect as much treasure as we can. So it felt like a team effort very early on, which I think was a good way to do it too.
And depending on your play style, like there's the PvP and PvE.
Yeah.
And then there's like the loot and exploring, and then there's also quests. So if you don't want to do just like out in the world and dealing with people, there's quests.
My other advice, real quick, before you get too far into what you're saying, don't, please, for the love of God, don't think I'm gonna get my girlfriend into gaming by showing her Stardew Valley, it not be something you're also interested in. If you are not gonna play Stardew with her, don't introduce her to gaming like that.
No.
Because it's not like it's different when you're gaming with somebody and you're both playing the same thing than holy shit, we're dying so fast.
Yeah.
Than getting on and it being like, oh well, I'm gonna play games. Go play your game.
Yeah, then it's not really introducing.
Yeah.
It.
Like, don't get me wrong, we do that a lot, but we also, like, the other day, we will just be like, hey, do you want to play this? And we'll play it together, and it's super fun. Way better than...
Yeah. God damn it! I keep dying.
I'm playing games right now.
That made us closer. That's really cool. Yeah, I showed my girlfriend the crime scene cleaner game, and she's addicted now. Not much of a gamer otherwise. But that's so sweet that you guys, like, played Phasmophobia and found, like, a game that you both enjoy. Like, that's really cool.
Phasmophobia was another one that we started together. That was a really good one.
We did.